Do it. Yeah, they're looking at me right now. There's there. Oh, got it.
There we go.
Found it.
I'm here. I'm actually here. The Acoustic Shoppe, Springfield, Missouri. My brothers in arms, the Chapmans, are right here in this building. It's hot as hell, and I have severe pantal cramping because it's so hot and I'm sweating. And welcome to string theory. Let's go inside. Wait till you see this place. This place is awesome. And here we are. Look at this store.
It's JP.
It's John. John Chapman, just right there.
It's me.
Quick and dirty, boys. That's how we do it when we're on the road. So we're gonna have fun today. Can you see questions there, Jason?
Yep.
We won't get taken yet.
They're saying it's locked in vertical, which is weird because I'm looking at you in horizontal.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll do it the other way then.
I don't
It really
know.
wants it that way. It's not supposed to.
It's trying to argue with me.
How's it happy? Is it happy now?
It says it's happy now.
We'll do it like this for now. Whatever. As long as you can see us and hear us, that's the main thing. So, you know what the great thing is about this store? Almost all my partners are sold in this store. So you know how I do the list every
I thought you were
time?
going to say that I'm happy.
That's also a plus.
One of the great things about this store.
One of the best mandolin players right there in the world.
In this room currently, well, maybe second best.
One
Jeremy
of what he
Chapman.
said. He didn't say the best. He said one of.
He's quickly becoming one of my picking brothers. The guy holding the camera is like the monster of all bass players. That guy's, I don't know about him.
We don't either. But you're saying about brands.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. Just take a look at this. So, you guys, I'll just quickly mention this too, because I always do. I have a lot of store partners. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. So we got G&G Music in Antigonish, #1 Boucher dealer in the world. We've got Brickhouse Guitars in Kitchener, the purveyor of Avenir, Hosen, Boucher as well. Firk, Stonebridge, well, was Stonebridge, now Firk. I've got my new buddy in Mississauga, Stan Kaczynski at the Guitar House in Mississauga. He's doing everything from Loudon to Dovina, all the Breedlove, it's just insane amount of guitars down there. And now, this store is like the icing on the cake. It's all the stuff that you just can't find anywhere, and these guys can ship anywhere in the world. So just for an example, look at all this stuff they have that I use, right? D'Addario, all the D'Addario. My Jim Dunlop picks, Clayton picks that make my JP Cormier picks right here. The list is endless. All the K&K stock right there, and more of it than I've ever seen in one place. Blue chip. Don't slap. There it is right there. I've never even seen these on sale in a store like that before. And then we go over here, we have our bags. They carry my fish amps. Look, unreal.
We like the same things as you.
We do. All the D'Addario stuff here, your humidipacks, the winders, strap locks, tuners, all this stuff I have in my cases. And we go into the back. D'Addario strings, praise I use on my fiddle, Prim I use, all Mando strings, and they carry both D'Addario XS and Elixir, D'Addario capos, Shoppe capos. There was a Kaiser, but I bought the last one. And on it goes. Incredible. They get everything you need in here. And now,
Are you ready for a couple questions?
What's that?
TG Garrison asks, can F mandolins without truss rods with super high action be lowered? Do they need neck resets as often as guitars?
Well, mostly you can get away with fixing mandolin action by adjusting the bridge. So if the bridge is all the way down and still too high, shave the feet off. Because oftentimes older mandolins, or perhaps mandolins that are built not by really high-end builders, they have giant super thick feet. So you use the way I used to do it, Jeremy might punch me. The way I used to do it, when my feet were too thick, I taped a piece of coarse sandpaper to the top of the mandolin and just sat there for days, gently going shh, 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 so the feet would come down in the exact profile of the top. And you want the outside edges of that thing in some cases to be razor thin. Yeah, look how thick that is.
And
It's
the
way
action
too
is,
thick.
the action is too high too on us.
Yeah.
So that, you said I would kick you, that's the right way to do it. Like,
Yeah.
we do the same thing, we put sandpaper on there, because it has to contour, every top is slightly different. And even a different place of the top is gonna be a different curvature. So like you said, you gotta be small movements, it's like
I
a
know.
1 inch
That's why
spot.
it's so hard.
We do have a jig on ours that keeps us from like
Tilting.
because
Yeah.
you'll start to get rounded edges.
Yep.
So it keeps it flat against there, but it's so tedious, just back and forth, very small movements.
Yep.
Eventually it carves that down to the top. If you have a top like that, the top part of the bridge, and there's still room there and it's like a really tall one, sometimes I'll just take a little bit off of those wings.
Yep, I
And
do
you
that
still have
too.
enough strength that
Yeah.
you can lower that without all that tedious work of.
The only thing that could go wrong with that is sometimes
If it's already thin, you'll break it.
or these are covered over.
Yeah.
And you have to drill down to find the hole so the spindle will come up through. But anything will work. Mandolins are very forgiving. As long as you can get this thing structurally sound and still enough heavy enough to do the job, you can fix just about anything. I would never reset the neck of a mandolin unless it was something from the 19th century.
And it's pretty rare because we have such a short neck that it's rare that they'll start to. I haven't seen a male that had neck separation.
Yeah.
I don't think
No.
the length of it's just not enough to start to do that.
Not enough leverage. See, we know.
Yeah, man.
We think the same way. We got Merv Ginsburg said, "Hey JP, Merv from Toronto
Sweet.
bought the only FG9R that Long and McQuaid poor bore received the day after you previewed it."
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna get to those. So while we're here, I'll show you this is the first company that came on to string theory with me, was a recording kit.
Cheers.
And this is an RD342, which I reviewed. They're a great, wonderful guitar. And I inadvertently said something sort of mean yesterday about these guys. I didn't mean to. I think I panicked some people. But I can just tell you this. I haven't heard from Recording King in about 18 months. And whenever Ashley doesn't call me for a while, it means they're making QC adjustments. So I always just sort of leave them alone. Because I know they're working on something new. They're working on a new QC problem. They're working on a new instrument. Last time they didn't talk to me for a year, they came up with the banjos, which were amazing.
Yeah, still are.
So, yeah, Recording King, if you find one that's awesome, it's awesome. And it's awesome for the price. So, and this is a model actually I'm seeing right here that I've never seen.
Those are limited edition.
Yeah, look at that.
Why join you?
I've never seen this guitar before.
It's
Oh!
all solid koa.
That's a Canon.
Making a cutaway version and a non-koa.
Now, why didn't they send me this and I wouldn't have thought they were in trouble?
That's what their R&D was.
Ashley, stop messing around.
Limited too, because they come with a hard shell case. They're limited production.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How much is this thing?
So, I think I want to say.
$13.99.
I want to say 12.
That's incredible. Look at that guitar.
Absolutely.
We're having a request to turn your volume up, but I have no control, unfortunately.
There ain't much.
This is a cell phone.
We are definitely quick and dirty today. So,
We do have a good question, and I want your take on this too.
okay.
Who is your least favorite Chapman brother? And be honest. You're not going to hurt anybody's
Is there
feelings.
another choice?
You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. Come on.
I kinda
Come
like
on.
all of you, so.
For different reasons.
Oh, God. Politician over here.
So anyhow, arsehole. Anyhow, we come next to Yamaha. So out here, now mind you, this is the sort of the beginner's rack, beginner to mid rack.
I'm going to come around to this angle.
Yeah, you have all these classic Yamahas, 830s and whatnot. And there's actually a couple of dandy ones in here. There's an A in here,
Yeah.
and there's an LTSA in here. There's two A's in here. This is the mahogany A3, I think? 5.
A5.
So that's the top of the line.
It's a Japanese build.
Yep. That's Hamamatsu right there. Beautiful guitars.
Really cool pickup setups on
Oh,
those
yeah.
too.
Yeah, their
blended.
Acoustophile is deadly. I love them. So while we're here too, we should ask, I didn't even ask you.
You can't ask me.
What are they? What is this?
So that is
I don't recognize this.
Ortega.
Never heard of it.
Ortega. Ortega is another mainly specializing in affordable nylon string stuff. They do build banjos and they do build some mandolins. That's what you were seeing, that really inexpensive stuff. But it's an import brand, mostly of beginner stuff. But there's some pretty good little nylon string guitars.
Wicked.
What's really cool about those is nylon strings with an adjustable truss rod, so
Nice.
that you can, for those beginner instruments, you can adjust out some of the stuff, especially if you're not
Sweet.
staying on top of it. So,
Sweet.
yeah.
All right, so let's go to our next partner. We'll go into the fancy room. Fancy room.
Let me know when you're ready for another question.
Well, here's another partner right there. Close Guitars. Amazing instruments for the money and for what they are and what they do in the
They just
real
charged
world.
our account, so I'm thinking we got a mandolin on the way.
There's a mandolin on the way.
These guitars are the ultimate working man's carbon fiber instrument. I've toured with these. They're just the best thing in the world for pulling out of the case, always in tune, no matter how bad the weather is or where you are or who you're hitting the guitar with.
We hit a baseball.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did.
We did with a McPherson.
Oh, yeah.
We shouldn't have, but we did.
There you go. Okay, question.
All right. This is from Cosmo McFarlane. Hey, I've been bringing both you guys. My question is, what are JP's thoughts on the BG52 versus the FG9R from Glasgow, Scotland?
Okay, so they're two different guitars. So the BG52 is, well, there's a strange thing about that. Both of those guitars are world class. If you spend the money on either one of those instruments, you're buying a guitar that's going to be in your will. Now here's where things get weird. Every FG9 Yamaha has a Boucher top. That's a fact. They bought all their Adirondack from Robin because they wanted the best tops that they could possibly get in the world, and that's where they went for them. So if you're playing an FG9, you're playing a top tune by Robin and sold by Robin and harvested and torrified by Robin. So that makes things weird comparing them, because at a certain point, you're just comparing the back and side tone woods and the skill of the luthiers involved, which are both universally ridiculous how good both those shops are. So it's difficult to compare them, because they're both awesome and there's too much in common with them to compare them, even in the materials, because you're using a Boucher top on a Yamaha guitar. So that gets really weird, but you can't go wrong with either one.
All right. People are yelling at me about getting you a microphone. You
All
want
right.
to try this one? Let's see if this will work. We had some troubles with our current setup.
You're pointing at
Oh, say hi. I can't do everything.
They
You
let
want me
me
to
bring
hold the
Stella.
camera
They
while
let me
you're
bring
doing it?
Stella in here.
All right, let's see if this will work.
I only came over here because I heard there was beer.
I think it is not working.
It's the same reason
I just don't think it's going to work.
But that one's blinking.
Yeah, no.
Connecting to your
I'm
system.
enjoying.
Let us know out there. Did you lose audio just a second ago?
I'm enjoying this right now.
Okay. While we're doing our audio tests.
He's got to stay closer to him, I guess.
I'm enjoying this right now.
Did we used to have a mic that would plug into the bottom of that?
I was not planning to do this, so I'm so ill prepared. But
Samuel Higgins, no. No, you lost audio, or no, you had no audio. See, they're not very clear.
my guys are just like kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Any more questions?
Yeah, we should be good.
Somebody's asking about slope shoulders. Eastman slope shoulders.
Oh,
Yes, JP, have you played any Eastman slope shoulders? I have a Santa Cruz slope and an Eastman, and I've been playing my E6 SS Eastman more these days. Unbelievable tone.
yeah. I'm getting to that.
Next door.
I actually. I'll bring one of those. The one I'm taking is in the other building. We're gonna get to this. I wanted to go over to the other room first, because we're still talking about partners. Let's go this way. Just look at this room. FS9s right there. We don't even have those yet in Canada. We're getting them, they're coming soon. A mahogany, rosewood. Then you have a 26 back here, another 26, and a 36 in the corner. That is Yamaha royalty right there. And then, if you turn around, you start seeing the Yaris. We have a Gallagher Bluegrass Bell right here. We have another Gallagher just there. And we had a Boucher JP, but it's over.
I think it's still over in the
Still
studio.
over in the studio. So the next thing I want to tell you about while I'm in here is this company here, Bedell. So here's some exciting Capo Corner news. The boys and I have been talking for the last couple of days about how we can gang up and do more and more damage in the world of selling guitars, right? So we are going to gang up as affiliates. So from now on, when you see me talking about anything that these guys sell, which is all kinds of stuff, or anything that they're trying to promote, there's going to be a code, a link in my description that you can come, shop online. They ship anywhere in the world. So you're going to be able to get your hands on some killer stuff that we just can't find in Canada. Look, they have, just to name a few things, they have Eastmans here that never come to Canada. They actually have, they're the #1 Eastman dealer in the world, this shop. So they've actually designed Eastman guitars that are out there on the rack that you'll never see at any other dealer. Companies like this, Bedell, which is, I've just discovered these here at this shop. And they're unbelievable guitars. They're definitely an investment, but unbelievable nonetheless. I'm going to be taking one home. These guys unbelievably have no artist endorsers, and I don't understand that. I don't think anybody here does. But I'm going to be the first one, I think. And this thing is frightening. This is Brazilian rosewood, all bound in maple, torrefied Adirondack, and it's not cheap. This is an heirloom quality guitar. It was $6,900. But if you were to get bigger companies to build this same guitar to this quality of wood and this, the same thing as with all these small builders, it actually comes out cheaper than getting a custom made Gibson, custom made Martin, any Taylor, any of that stuff, right? So these are just amazing. And I want to hand this to John.
Okay.
I want John to play this for a bit in a couple minutes here.
Jiminy.
One of the things about, you were saying, these are all paper Brazilian, and you're right, Brazilian's going nuts right now.
Yep.
I just got a report from Bourgeois Guitars, and right now we did a custom build, and the upgrade price of Brazilian was $12,000 upgrade. just from their standard bottle price.
The J-Run.
I gotta get that into your channel. The J-Run needs to get further involved in your channel.
There's the old girl.
Do you want to catch up on some questions?
There's a JP model Boucher right there. They got for sale here.
In stock.
Love it.
JP, you ready for a couple?
I am. Go ahead.
Sarah Watson, I can't speak, donated $6.99 for this question. Hey JP, can I please have your opinion on Aston Origin or Spirit for home recording vocal and guitar? Would you recommend something different?
1000% buy one. I've been using Aston Origin for 3 years exclusively on everything I do. They're my voiceover mic, they're my vocal mic, my instrument mic. I have a pair of them that I use to record everything.
Is that what you have on your channel for your, is like a reddish color, is that right?
No, it's just this little silver, looks like a beer can. Unbelievable, and they're so cheap, it's ridiculous. They cost $300, $350, and they're phantom powered, I believe, and it's just the best sounding mic I've ever used. And they're one of those mics that you can put, like if he was playing this particular guitar, I could put that mic 3 feet away, point it at the sound hole, and it would sound like the guitar was right in your face. That kind of heavy, big condenser.
Awesome.
Picks up everything, beautiful pattern. Yeah, absolutely. Get one.
Check those out.
Spencer Gaines asks, what's a good guitar for around $1,000?
That's easy. $1,000. Good Lord, you've got all kinds of them out here. All kinds of them. There you go. Is that my beer?
That's my baby. Yeah, it's still over there.
Oh. So $1,000. So here's where we're going to start getting crazy, because this is what the partnership between my channel and the boys here are going to do. You're going to have access to all these guitars, and they sell so many of these that they're tremendously well priced. You're paying for a little bit of shipping, and they send them anywhere in the world. So
I agree with you.
this one right here, I'm just picking them at random. This guitar here is only $769. I don't even know what this is. It's all mahogany.
So, do you have some help on this
Look
one?
at the bear.
I know. The
Hold
bear
on.
cloth, thermo-cured or torrefied Sitka top.
Yep.
This one is Sapele back and sides.
Yep.
This is a.
Oh, it's Sapele.
This is I think this is. Double check me. It's AC 122 Deluxe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. Then I'm right on my specs. Sapele back and side, all solid, all hand voiced. Bone nut and sound does come with a padded gig bag. Comes with a Fishman prefix pickup already installed. All for that. Say $7-something.99.
Killer guitar.
What a top.
It's killer. It's a killer guitar. And if we go down the line a little bit, like even this one is only $850. Now
Say-
tell me what that is.
So that's Avincall
Oh my God.
back and sides.
See, we
Again,
don't
look at
get
that
these.
look at that ridiculous bear claw on that too.
We just don't get these things, right? We don't get these Eastman in Canada. I'd buy any of these. So there's probably 20 guitars in here, $1,000 and under. And even the ones, if you're in Canada, these guitars are about $1,000 Canadian.
This one puts $10.99. That one is a mahogany back and sides,
Yep.
not Sapele bound, just over. That one will be a European or Engelmann spruce top as
Yep.
well, which is kind of cool.
I wish I had
Here's
the
the one
jumbo.
here.
Yeah, I was gonna take this one. I did the jumbo instead because I got the Bedell as a small body. But look at this. This is the 40 OM. Unbelievable.
That one's crazy.
Unbelievable workmanship. And it's only $2,600. Like you'd pay $8 or $9 grand for a Martin that looked like this, was built to these specs, right? That's where Eastman shines.
Should be like the 35
guitar. Yeah, I almost picked that one up.
Soundweaver's asking string theory without a good beer. He's showing up late. He doesn't understand. He understands what's going
I'm
on.
enjoying them right now.
The close
It's
up.
part of the format.
I had a good profile too.
I'm enjoying this right now.
He's Canadian, folks.
So, again, just piles of Eastman. And then we have Breedloves, which, to be honest, I don't know much about Breedlove. I used to play Breedloves 20 years ago, and they were deadly. And since then, it sort of fell off the Breedlove map. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing anymore.
So I'm not sure if you know that the Bedell, Tom Bedell, who makes Bedell guitars, owns Breedlove. It's
Really?
the same facility. He actually bought Breedlove so he would have a workshop to build Bedells in.
Wow.
So half of his crew builds Bedell.
So that's why I've seen such an immense improvement in all the models. There's some really cool looking models now in Breedlove.
And they're using some of the same technology they do for the Bedells to voice.
Okay, there you
So
go.
you have, just so you get a little backup on this, there's two different runs of Breedlove guitars. There's an import line,
Yep.
which is a Chinese built up to their specs, and they started this new cascade bracing using their
Tone
tone
optimization.
optimization numbers to build those. Now that's more of a mass-produced guitar. Then they have the ones that are built in Bend, and they will say on the back of them, you'll actually see a Bend, Oregon logo in the back of the headstocks of these. So these are all hand built in that same exact facility as the Breedloves, or sorry, the
Bedells.
Bedells. Just with different woods, more modern styles of guitar
That's
building.
really nice.
Going for a totally different sound than the Bedells are.
That's got a lot of punch to it.
And what's really cool
Free
about
range.
that is it's a myrtle wood, all myrtle wood guitar.
Yeah, I love the
which
color.
is all, again, local wood to Oregon, so.
And they started building dreadnoughts too, haven't they? Like bluegrass style dreadnoughts with the square headstocks.
Not really for Breedlove line. They moved the dreadnoughts to the Bedell line. So
Oh, okay.
Their closest thing to a dreadnought, what they call it, is that which was the concerto body size.
Right.
It's the same amount
It's like
of
a
air
giant,
volume.
a giant
It's
OM.
almost like a.
It's thicker, isn't it?
Almost looks like a.
That's one of the import guitars, I believe.
Yeah, he's a big
Yeah.
fat. Very loudness. That's really loud.
So they do, the Breedloves are in 3 different body styles: concertina, concerto,
This one comes at that's $3.99.
and concert. Yeah.
For $400. Damn.
David is asking you to bring some Eastmans back to Nova Scotia. Nobody sells them.
I am. I'm doing that.
Yeah, we already talked about it earlier,
Yeah,
but
so here's what's happening. I'll say this again in case you missed it. I'm getting a jumbo to go home to review and to start touring with. We're doing an affiliate program with this shop. We're gonna start working together with JP Cormier channel, the Acoustic Shop channel. So when you see me on my channel from now on, there'll be a link that'll take you right to this store, and you can buy any of these guitars. They'll ship these things anywhere in the world. So if you're looking for any specific Eastman or any of these companies, these guys can get it and be at your door. And so that's amazing, because this is the sentiment that we get all the time on the channel. I can't find this, I can't find that. There's none in Canada. So these are the boys that take care of you, and they're gonna give you the best price too.
And all they have to do is put JP Cormier sent me
Yep.
in the comments.
Yep.
On their order. That
Yep.
way we help support the channel as well.
That's right. So if you buy from these boys, just tell them I sent you. They'll help me out with keep me in instruments to review and stuff.
We're trading down to Stella.
Yeah, Stella, the free Stella, because I'm enjoying one right now. Enjoying this right now. All right, into the Mando room.
Samuel Higgins, let's do this
Samuel,
before. He
okay.
wants to know, he wants to hear you pick up an E10D or an E60.
What do you got? Give it to me.
got an E60.
You got a 6 or 10?
E6.
Thermocured Sika over mahogany.
put that against any 18.
Boom.
Any day. Any day.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played one of these.
I don't know who this guy
Are you
is.
kidding me?
With a hard shell case. bone nut and saddle.
$1,100.
I'm not sure what this guy's name, but his username is Bulldogger JK.
Yeah.
I don't know him,
This,
but he put E10Ds apostrophe S, and then he put an emoji of peanuts on there. And I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Do you know what that means, Jamie? JP?
No, but I'm telling you right now, I would put this against any standard 18 Martin at any time.
And the
No
E10D that they talked about is the same guitar, Addy topped. And those are about $300 more, I want to say.
$1,400.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is fantastic because I've been hearing about these on the channel for months, and I can't find one. So you just blew my mind. So that yes, this is a resounding yes
That was
for killer guitar and value to killarness.
value to killerness.
That's
I like
it.
that. And they
That's
play good.
it.
The cool thing about this is actually the same first model I ever had for an Eastman guitar. I bought mine before we opened up a music store, and I still have it to this day. It was my touring guitar. You saw my 1940 D18.
Yeah.
Fantastic guitar.
Oh,
I
yeah.
toured with it for years. But my number 2 guitar, always on the road, was my E6D. I bought it before we had a music store. I just was like, this is it. So when we opened this music store, the first company I called was Eastman to say, hey, this is what we want to do. We're going to start this store. Can you help me out? And that's what we carried. That I think the E10D and E20D were at now. Again, the E20. I think I do have one of those as well. E20D, yeah, TC. That's the same thing. Rosewood. So your HD 28 style. There's a 40. That's a rare guitar.
I just want to pull this out too because this is the rarest Eastman you can find.
John, we have a question. Is there
40D.
a 0028 Eastman killer?
Yes.
0028. Yes.
What's
well,
the-
theirs is actually short scale. It'd be an OM 20.
Yeah.
It is a 0028.
Look at the detail on this guitar. It's completely like pre-war D42 style everything, plus this gorgeous inlay on the headstock. And this thing is an absolute camel knocker over. Look at a beautiful midpoint, and the bottom end ain't all woofy and everything. This is a real picker's guitar because every note is clear as a bell, even the bottom end.
We've talked in the past, the way they match the abalone on there, like
I know.
it's very uniform the whole way through it.
Yep, beautiful.
We got Steve Bernard on here.
Steve.
He says he's got an E1D special and an E2D deluxe. He's sitting there watching the show, playing the special. Those are great guitars. Those are the specials. Yeah, I know. They were great guitars.
I think I have an E1, just so you can see what one was like. I have one in the OM.
Take it away, John.
Just to show you. Well, I was going to show it to you mainly. They made this special. It's a quilted sapele back and sides. Well, this was an OMCE, so OM cutaway style. Again, these guitars were fantastic. $879
I
with
never knew
with a pickup.
quilted sapele was a
Yeah.
thing.
So beautiful play guitars. I just love the specials. They only did a limited run of. They did an OM, they did an OMCE, and a Dreadnought. Dreadnought sold out. So the only thing I can find right now are the OMCEs.
All right, let's show you the Mando room.
While we're walking, Kenny C is digging your Octopi shirt.
Oh, cool.
And Bear Stevenson says Chapman Cormier Bluegrass original release on the horizon.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So they have a vast array of really good, well-priced mandolins. None of these are really crazy, like super crazy high-end.
We're out of our Gibsons.
Yeah, but they have these Eastman A's, which I play. They have the Mando cello version of my mandolins. This is the 630. They've got,
Some mandolas on the bottom over there.
yep, really nice mandola. They have Eastman, this black Eastman, which I love, which I wish sounded better. It's good, but it's not super good. And the Bourgeois, which are just sort of a nice, even, middle-of-the-road kind of A-style mandolin. And then they've got these high-end F5s, which are just... But the one I really want you to see is this.
Take it out.
You take it out. This is an exact replica by Gibson of Mr. Monroe's mandolin. An
One of the
exact,
Country Music Hall of Fame.
yeah, and it was built 100 years.
Yeah, so we put
To
our
the day.
order in 2020, and it took us until 2023 for this to end up on the build slot. And then like we're finishing up your mandolin. We realized that it was only a month away from July 9. Like Monroe's was July 9, 1923. We're like, all right, don't finish it until July 9, 2023. So this could be the one and only 100-year, and it says inside there 100-year anniversary to Bill Monroe's. And I don't know if you noticed inside there, it actually has Bill Monroe's actual signature.
Yep.
Gibson used to have the Bill Monroe model when Bill was still alive. They had him sign like 100 labels. Only made, I think, about 30 or 40 Bill Monroe model mandolins. So they still had those labels left over and put that in this mandolin.
And I played Bill's mandolin more than once.
You're lucky, I never
And
had a
I'm
chance
telling
to.
you right now that this is spooky. It's so much like looking at his mandolin because this is like
Big scar in it.
Yeah, he had the big scar where she put the poker through it.
Yes.
Even drills the little holes for the.
Yep, little holes
Pickguard
the
that used to
pickguard
be
used to
there.
be, and it even has the marks he made when he refretted himself. He
They-
marked the side with a X-Acto knife, and he had to take these frets. He did that himself.
I didn't know that. And they also put the large
Yep.
knot wheels on the bridge that
Yep.
Monroe installed himself.
The thing David points out a lot is the tape mark. They had a piece of tape from a set list. It was
Yep.
on there.
Yep,
That was Monroe's
unreal.
contribution.
In the back,
But then, how
all
it
the
sounds.
scratches and from his suit buttons and everything. That was an extra too. He had that replaced. That was a wood peg when he bought it from the barber shop.
Yeah.
And he had it replaced with abalone for some reason because I don't know why, because he had originally broken this off and gouged the whole thing out.
They had the Mad Monroe. He scraped the name off.
And this runs about $29,000.
That model is about $29,000. This one we're not really looking to sell, so.
I
It's the
wouldn't
one and
sell
only.
this. I wouldn't sell this. This is like holding a piece of music history in your hand. I've just been mesmerized with this since I got here, just to see it. But you're the mandolin player.
But it's.
Hold on to that because I want to do something.
Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna go to the
Follow
banjo. Banjo section. All right.
I thought we were going to get another pit stop.
Well, we could do that too.
This is your show. You're running it.
I can get a guitar.
I don't think you can find one around here.
Yeah, I think there's a few of them around here.
I need a good deering.
We got
What's that blackhead one? Is that a baritone or?
no. That's just the black grass. Good time. We have a what the Sierra. Yeah, I was gonna say rustic wreath, but it's not.
That's Sierra right there. That's a pretty good band.
It's probably the best
Is that-
deering we have in stock.
One of my proudest moments occurred last month when I was made a deering artist and I received my John Hartford,
You, Julie Bell.
which is the banjo of my dreams.
That's such a cool
Hartford's
band.
cool.
Have you seen the Julia Bell?
Not yet, no.
They're super cool.
It's a long neck, two handles.
No, it's almost the same idea as what your John Hartford is. John Hartford has no tone in it, where the Julia Bell is designed to be tuned down to E, but has a tone in it.
Y'all should get closer so they can actually hear you all. So you know they can't hear very well as is. Get tight.
These guys are two of my favorite pickers.
You make me nervous to play right now,
Me too.
so. He picks up every instrument and does this.
So this is with special thanks to deering. And another great partner of ours now. And they've been with me a long time. They sent me a banjo years and years ago that was so good that I sent it back. I said, I can't take this for free. You need to sell this as a banjo player, right? And they've been so nice to me all those years.
Great family.
They're wonderful people.
We got to go out to California and tour the actual factory and Grand Gearing tell us the history of how he built the company, and every like tool in there he designed and like made out of something else. He just like jerry rigged things to to make his tone rings and to make his rims. So yeah, we have a lot of admiration for what they're doing.
We'll send this out to them and all that. I just want you to hear these guys pick, because I've been getting to pick with them for 2 days. I feel kind of special. I want you guys to feel the same way. Chapman Brothers. You should hear the guy behind the camera play the goddamn bass. He'll blow your head off. That's the only thing that sucks about this. Jason can't play the bass. But
it would suck with the
That's what
bass.
made my day actually is him not playing the
oh
bass.
Jesus.
Great. I was going to throw a question your way, John.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Mark Smith, I have an Eastman E6 OMTC with a moon spruce top. Can you explain the origin, backstory of that?
Pretty cool thing.
An alpine spruce top.
Yeah.
I don't
Moon
know if
spruce
it's
was,
true. That's a
Larvae.
Alpine spruce. I can tell you the whole story of that. They bought a small run of alpine spruce tops, and they did 6s. I think in 8s is all they did. So E6Ds, E6 OMs, and then they also did in those 8s as well, the Rosewoods ones. So they're very limited. There was only, I want to say 150 total tops that were bought, and that's all the guitars. So they were special. They're not even marked. You have to just know that you have one. So yeah, pretty cool little project.
The moon spruce, though, that was a cool thing that I think Larvae claimed to the top.
They're still doing that.
There's only certain
Phases of the
full
moon.
moons that they end up harvesting this wood.
I don't get it.
I feel the aura.
JP, this is controversial.
Okay, take this.
Not really. It's not really controversial.
Sorry.
Well, now I lost my comment, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right. Controversial. Find it. You got it. Don't worry.
Cam McPherson, a small side note. I was the one that introduced these guys to JP's music, so you're welcome, everybody. I don't know if that's true. We've known JP since we were tiny.
On YouTube and on the internet, but we used to play a lot in New Brunswick, and some of our friends in New Brunswick were just obviously.
Well, we saw him before
JP
that.
Nuts. And
We saw him before. I remember him.
They don't remember me very well, but I met these.
You were small
saw
then.
these guys. I saw these guys when I was 16 or 17 years old, playing with Enoch and Margie Sullivan, and they were the family band, and they blew my mind. That was 40 years ago, like 30 years ago, 35, you know.
I hope it wasn't 40, because I would have been 5 then, but.
Yeah.
30.
30
I'll go with, yeah.
Well, I'm 55.
I'm 45.
Yeah. So,
I'm like 22.
yeah. My ours was 22, 40 years ago.
I got a question. So we do appreciate you mentioning JP to us, because we did lose communication and lose touch after those years. JP, you played Monroe's. I heard that his mandolin was set up so poorly that nobody could play but Monroe. The action
And he
was
was proud
crazy
of it.
high.
Was.
Was it?
But it was
I
playable.
got to sit with him backstage at the Grand Ole Opry. The first time we got to go back there, met him. He was sitting down in his chair with his mandolin, grabbed my hand and like pulled me into his lap
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
showed me how strong he was at 86
Yeah.
years old. But I didn't get to play the mandolin. Everyone that I've talked to that had played it said the action was, a half inch off the
Pretty high.
12th fret.
It wasn't as gross as you think. It was higher than this. But it was.
But he just had these
is so
needle
strong.
hands, yeah.
So strong. And he could fret with his fingernails, right? Like he was strong. Strong, tough hand.
So I know it's been a lot of years since you played his. How would you say this compared? Obviously, his had to be so open, playing it for
You can almost tell by the
10,000 hours.
That's right. That note. The A note isn't quite there yet, but you can tell it's going to open up into it.
His had to have been played 60,000 hours.
This thing's incredible. It does remind me of his Mando so much.
Play Monroe too.
Shout out Dave Harvey.
You gotta see. We did this like last minute add-on capo, and Jerry like put it halfway in the fret space there.
So sorry. I don't use a capo. Some of us don't need a capo.
Great thing about mandolin players, no capos.
Garrett Kingsley,
Garrett.
are y'all making appearances at the Chicago's Fretboard Summit again this year?
Yes, we are. We're all going.
Yep.
Except
Together.
I have already decided I'm not hanging out with JP.
We're all gonna go, and
He's
we're
not hanging out with me. I'm not
and we're
hanging
gonna
out
share
with him.
one pair of underwear for the entire week.
I already got mine on the ship in place, so.
Yeah. I'm calling firsties.
Thursday, first day. I want
Firsties.
first day, not Saturday.
I want firsties. Good Kelly. What's wrong with you people?
It's gross.
Yeah, I just turn them around, then I turn them inside out, turn them around. I can get 4 weeks out of them.
I bet you can.
Oh, yeah.
You scrape them a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You
God.
can sand all the,
All right.
sand all the pressure scratches out of your car.
All right, we gotta play this one next.
There's a question on here. Do we have, I don't even know if we have, JP, can you go play the Boucher Grand Reserve 152?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Where's
this
that?
one,
Corey,
I'll
grab
put
your
this
kids
in
won't
here.
play with them.
Yeah.
Play a tune, Corey.
Okay. What do you want to play?
Get a capo.
Well, I don't have.
Get a capo.
A capo. So anyhow, once again, if you haven't clued in and figured it out yet, or missed the first part of the show, we're starting a brand new affiliate partnership with Acoustic Shop. So, what is the website that I can send it to? you right now?
TheAcousticShop.com.
There you go.
now,
PPE.
this does get a little tricky. If we are doing Canadian orders and stuff, we have to call to get those because it won't work through the website. But give us a call, 417
We'll figure out shipping.
720-1223. I almost gave away my cell phone number again. I've had a bad habit. All right, can I tell you something about this guitar?
Oh,
This was a special one deal. This is from Robin's collection of Madagascar rosewood.
Yep.
Take a look at that. That's what makes it a Grand Reserve,
It's
as
so
you know.
it's so good.
It's such a gorgeous guitar, and it's a BG 152 GM.
it's a Rocket 2.0.
Exactly.
I won't capo yet, buddy.
Oh, okay.
We can play down here.
Have you played with Corey yet?
What's that?
Have you played with Corey
No,
yet?
but I've heard him play. It scares the shit out
Corey
of me.
is amazing.
Do that Beaumont rag thing you're doing the
All right.
other day.
Sweet.
That was my favorite ending ever.
Like Corey, that's all I could think
All
to
right,
do.
so to recap, acousticshop.com.
With two P's and an E.
We got SHOPPE, Shoppe.
Shoppies.
Acousticshoppe.com.
It's old English.
Tell them I sent you. They can find you damn near anything you can imagine, especially the stuff that we're missing in Canada. They have the Atkins, they have the Iris, they have every Eastman known to man. They have the Bedells, they have full line of Breedloves. All the stuff that we're having difficulty sort of finding some of the models at home. Plus they have a full line of Martin, which I haven't mentioned, but they have some beautiful Martin guitars here.
Bourgeois.
And Bourgeois, yes.
The upper end. We have the LS9. Did you say?
Oh,
You
yeah.
got to see it. You hadn't
Oh,
seen
yeah.
one of those.
You were talking about that earlier in
Yeah.
the stream.
They have all the high-end Yamahas. They got a D. Is that a 41 or a 45?
That's a 41 right there.
41 sitting right there, Martin.
Oddly peering at us through the
Gallagher,
window. I like that.
Boucher.
It's creepily peering at us through
It
the
is.
window. I don't know if I like. I come in here every day and I'm not sure about
It's a
that.
tremendous store, and it's a great accompaniment to places like the Guitar House and K&K Sound, G&G Music, and my buddy Roger Schmidt in Kitchener, who is currently basically taking over the world with all these Avenires and stuff that he's having built by Hosen Young, who was trained by Irvin Samoji, which is Hosen is a monstrous guitar player. He's a guitar builder. He's going to be in Chicago with us. So yeah, I mean, this is like the ultimate. I will never have to have another partner in a store because now I have every damn guitar being built is covered.
The
now,
cool
right?
thing earlier you were talking about, if you guys didn't catch the shop talk we did, you were talking about guitar manufacturers, how they like, the ones that really love the passion about building guitars, they partner up, they don't have this competition thing,
Yep.
where they actually building guitars for each other.
Yep.
And we feel the same way about retailing, like there's some great retailers out there. I love that there's some really good options in Canada that are focusing on some of these boutique builders.
Yep.
I love that there's those options. If there's stuff they don't have, we'd love to be able to service you guys, but
That's right.
our plan is to visit as many of those stores as we can, build some content
Yep.
at their stores, promote their stores as well, because I think that's really important.
And it's been happening from day one with my channel. Is when I first started, the first few months, and you know, as you've been at this 10 years, when I first started, I got a little bit of pushback from people who are like, well, you can't say this and then that about that guy.
Can't promote more than one.
Right, and I proved them wrong. And it's easily proved wrong. Because you guys got everything in the world in here, and they all sell, right? And you can tell by the hooks are full. I've watched this place for 2 days. It's just been packed in here. Everybody's coming in. Guitars are selling off the walls. We need more places like this. We need more partnership between not only. I think we already have a great partnership between builders. They're starting to embrace each other, which is really cool. We need great shops like this. And we need open-minded folks to just not care about nothing except making sure that the guy at the other end gets the guitar that inspires it. I don't care if it's a $300 Yamaha or a $30,000 Martin. I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as he's happy and he's picking, the world just get better.
And we're the same way. We don't care if it comes from our shop. Obviously, we'd love for it to come from our shop. But if they're able to find that instrument, we grew up playing music. We shopped at numerous music stores throughout our career, and just finding the right product, the people that really believe in it. That's the reason we opened the shop, because there was a lot of stores in this town that already did a lot of music stuff, but they really didn't support acoustic instruments, and that's where we think there's a need out there.
Yeah, and there's a disconnect often too with the fact that since when do you ever walk into a store and the guys at the counter can outplay a tornado? Like that's odd.
That's you, Corey.
Right?
He directed that at you. You're a tornado.
All these guys in here are monster players. They're not just salesmen. So you're basically buying from a guy like me because I love these instruments because I play them live, right? Here you go. You got all these guys in here, great players.
Hello.
They're not going to steer you wrong.
How's it going?
And yeah, deadly.
We can help you
So-
with anything?
You can definitely see the people that are across from our channel to your channel.
Yeah.
We got Corey McCormick asking, do you get a free zebra cake with as case candy with JP's code?
Yeah. We'll include that in the case. It'll probably melt on the way, and it'll be a big sloppy mess.
But that's JP's problem. We have one more request to play guitar. I don't know if you want to play one more or not.
I'll
Are you
close
tired?
with one more.
All right, we'll have to go get it out of the case. John,
Yeah.
can you get the blue spruce?
Oh, yeah, I will.
Mike, Acoustic Mike B, could you show the Blue Bear Claw Sitka guitar?
Oh, is
And
that
Which in the
the
back?
talk
Yeah,
about-
that Bedell.
Talk about
Parlor.
Fretboard Summit coming up. We're all going out there together.
Yeah.
We're gonna eat Portillo's. We're gonna eat deep dish
Which
pizza.
is a giant hot dog I understand.
Yes, the best hot dog you've ever had in your life. We're eating deep dish pizza. What's your opinion?
I love deep dish.
Is it Giordano's? What are the other three? I can't remember what they are.
Here's a great example of a Bedell.
So a little couple of things about this. I actually went and picked the woods for this going up to Bend, Oregon. Found these tops and I couldn't figure out what it was. This is called Blue Stained Sitka Spruce Top, Bear Claw. But it took on iron content from an old houseboat. And it was sunken, just sinker like sinker woods are. But it took on some of that iron content, created this blue stain that is happening throughout here. So we picked out that top, paired it with a Brazilian rosewood back and sides, made a fireside deep body parlor, and it's pretty amazing. This is Jason's favorite guitar.
This is the prettiest, best sounding guitar I've ever seen, in my opinion.
That's cool. Well, that's a pretty area. I like that. I played a gig. I can't remember the last time I played in Kentucky. Anyway, we stopped
It's a monster. It's the reason I got involved. I'm deciding to get involved with this company because they make one of the best parlor size guitars I've ever heard.
I agree.
Robin makes one, and I thought, like, this is they're side by side, and I never thought that'd be possible. They're side by side. Whatever the magic is that Robin does, these are they got it too.
So one thing to keep
And
in
they're
mind.
different. There's different type of power that Robin has.
I agree.
It's a big fat, it's shockingly big bottom end and just beautiful playability. I'm taking one of these home, not this one, but a cheaper one. I can't afford all that. But I'm taking one home that sounds just as nice.
Because if you continue
It's
to tighten it, it never feels
not Brazilian.
Well, that,
It
again,
makes a big difference.
it
you
is
know?
something crazy, and we keep talking about pricey, and it is pricey. Don't get me wrong.
It is.
But I think this one falls in at like $83.99, which again, for Brazilian rosewood and that great of a top,
Yep.
that's kind of affordable in that context. So anyway,
So anyhow, the acousticshoppe.com. What's the phone number again, John?
417, of course, 417-720-1223. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. All the guys here can answer all these questions, even if it's all me or Jeremy. And shoot, if you call, we'll just actually put JP on phone.
What conference then?
An hour, and we'll
we
just
can do that.
make him talk to everybody.
If there's something here you want to order, you can't find anywhere else, you know there's gonna be, call, email, tell them I sent you. Might even get a little discount, I don't know. I shouldn't even say that because I noticed there's no street prices in here. You guys sell these guitars at really good prices.
We do. We also have the Dreadnought program that's coming out. If you haven't already shopped with us, be looking for more details on that, which guarantees you that you'll be able to keep. I don't know if you know about
30-day return policy.
30-day return policy, and then on top of that, you have up to 1 year to be able to return it back for 90% of what you paid for it. So if you keep it in mint condition and bring it back to us, and you decide, hey, I want to upgrade to something better, we'll give you 90% of what you paid for it
Awesome.
back towards that second guitar.
That's
banjo,
incredible, that's
maybe.
incredible.
So there you go.
Yeah, so anyhow, we appreciate you joining us out the road here. Sorry the audio is a little sketchy. Yeah, I can't
Blame it on me.
Can't thank Jason enough for being my camera stand for an hour and 5 minutes.
Jason, the best
This is lighter than our equipment, so I'm good. I can hold this for hours.
We love you, and I'll see you Next Wednesday, possibly, if I'm home in time. I may be playing a gig that night, but you'll see me in September. Going to the Fretboard Summit tomorrow in Chicago. So if you're around, come see us. The boys are all going with me. We're gonna have a great time. Robin's gonna be there. Roger Schmidt's gonna be there. Hosen, Gallagher, David Fleming. It's gonna be a pandemonium. So love you guys. String
Thank
theory.
you. Thanks for having us in here, by the way. Thank
We
so
love you,
much.
JP.
We love you guys. Thank you guys.